Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be doing a guide on most of the early game gears. For for all of those that don't know, you can get gears here. And most of the early game gears that I'm gonna show you are core frags, Accretium fireball, Temporum time bomb, Neptunium nukes, Combustible cluster bombs, Suncindium flashbangs. I wasn't able to make the Erodimium uh, bombs just yet, and the Blazuine. I've tried really hard to get the Blazuine, but I just can't. I've gotten multiple rings before I've got uh, like this Accretium. I got it in Obsidian instead of the Blazuine I needed. So for now, I'm just gonna show you what all these gears do. Let's start with the most simplest one. The core frags has no special effects apart from just a grenade. You throw a grenade and boom, it explodes. Not really a big explosion. It's just a small explosion. Breaks a few blocks and that's it. Right? Not too big of an area. It doesn't have any effects apart from, just exploding. After the core frags, there would be the Blazuine molotov, but I don't have it. So next up is the Accretium fireball. It looks like a book with a fireball on top, and it glows. If you run, you just let the glow go behind, but it glows. And what you do is you throw a fireball, obviously, forward. Hold on, let me equip it. You throw it forward, and it is affected by gravity a bit. And then when it lands, it explodes a big area and it paints rocks of this orange tone. It has a 20% luck multiplier, which is not bad for something this cheap, because it isn't expensive. Accretium, you can craft it with one solarite and a few more things. Right here. This is the recipe. I have it pinned because I just made it. Next up, we have the Temporum time bombs, which are one of the worst gears in the game. It has no modifiers, and the explosion radius isn't very big. But they can be useful for some things. Actually, never mind. They're quite useless, but they are if you have a Temporum and you have the core frags, then you should get these because these are quite a lot better than the core frags. So there's one. What happens with these grenades is that they explode in a real life second, in a real life minute. Sorry. Oh, there they go. Once a minute passes in real life, all of them explode at the same time, or well, almost at the same time. And there you saw how big was the explosion was. It wasn't too big. These were two bombs. Those were two bombs. So next up, we have here the Neptunium nukes. So the Neptunium nukes don't have any luck boosts or anything, but they have a really big exploding radius. So once they explode, they make a really big crater, like a really big crater. It isn't very useful, but if you're mining for like inexpensive ores and you have a pickaxe with a luck multiplier like mine, it can be really useful. And also, if you're trying to mine for Zanarchium, this one is one of the best options apart from the really late game gears that destroy a lot of blocks. And after this one, you have the Combustible cluster bomb, which also has no special effects apart from like exploding. And what this bomb does is when it explodes, it apart from like making a big crater, it also leaves little bombs like a fragmentation bomb. And those bombs also explode and increase the size of the crater you create. You see this one explodes, boom, and then it leaves little bits that explode later. It does quite a bit of damage. Doesn't have a luck multiplier, but it can be again really useful for farming Accretium if you don't have Neptunium nukes. Let me equip my Accretium coil. If you want to know what the coils do, this one reduces your HP to 50. I don't know what that is for. Actually, 25, sorry. I don't know what it does, but it makes you run really fast and makes you jump less high. And the Accretium coil makes you run less fast than this one, but it also lets you jump really high, which is quite useful. And the last one I can review, because I don't have the Erodimium bombs yet, is the Suncindium flashbangs. And flash warning, because these grenades, what they do is that they give you a 30% luck multiplier. And apart from that, when you throw them, your screen turns white. They make a white crater. They leave a white crater. They paint everything white, and they do a massive explosion. All right, and they have a 30% luck boost multiplier, so they are very good for AFK farming. If you wanna farm actively, I maybe wouldn't recommend these because, you know, the explosion blinds you from time to time. So that's all the gears I have for now. Okay, so after I recorded the first video, I managed to get my hands on an astatine and on another Neptunium, so I completed the recipe for the Erodimium bombs. So just before the video ends, here's how they work. They explode once, then they explode again, then they explode once more, leaving a really big green tainted crater. And if I'm not mistaken, these bombs have a 30% luck multiplier. If I'm not mistaken, though. 10% luck multiplier for the Erodimium bombs. So yeah, that's all for the tutorial. There are a few gears that I missed, like Blazuine, but Blazuine, I can explain what it does. It just creates a little crater. You instead of throwing the thing forward, you throw it up, and then it lands wherever. It usually lands in the place you're standing because you're tunneling forward or diagonally. And it taints the rocks blue, except the minerals, like silver and such. Those don't get, like, painted of a different color. And it has a 40% luck multiplier. 40% luck boost, sorry. Which is the highest one you can get in the early game. It is very recommended since Blazuine is not very hard to get. And that would be it.